Hey guys, how's it going? Today we'll be looking at a game called Etherlords II. This is a very interesting game. It was released back in 2004, and it takes a lot of inspiration from Magic the Gathering. If you go into single player mode, it's very similar to the old Magic the Gathering game called Chandelier from way back in the 90s. There was a DOS game that basically you travel across the land and you have duels with people, and they're card duels. They're card game duels. So this is very similar to that. This does have an interface very similar to a card game in that you can make a deck and you can summon creatures and spells and cast spells, and each of these have different power and toughness, just like in Magic. So this is very inspired by Magic the Gathering. And each of these creatures have power, toughness, special abilities, etc. And there's also spells in this game and different races in this game, which are equivalent to colors, I guess, in Magic. You can either duel with your friend, you can duel online over LAN, or you can play the single player mode, which is basically an adventure mode. So we can go over some of the creatures here. We have an encyclopedia of creatures here that they kindly gave us. So this color is what I call equivalent to the red color in Magic, which is a very aggressive color. You have a lot of aggressive creatures here. You have some wolves, but you have some like warriors, wolves, or whatever, but you have a lot of aggressive creatures in this color. And then you have what is equivalent to the green color in Magic. And then you have stuff like tree ants, snakes, mantis, basically nature stuff, which is what green is. Ticks, you know. What green is really known for is having a lot of big creatures and a lot of creatures that work together. And they have some keywords that are taken straight from Magic, like regeneration, a flying first strike, that's taken straight from Magic actually. Trample, that's exactly straight from Magic. So yeah, they copied a lot of stuff from Magic, but yeah, it's very interesting. They do have their own kind of like twist on these creatures here. And then there's the blue color, as you would expect, a lot of flying creatures, and just a lot of elementals. They have some dragons as well, some spirits, basically your typical blue creatures here. And what I would consider equivalent to black. This is black creatures. You have some interesting mech. So in Magic we have this race called Phyrexians, which is basically a half mechanical race. For those of you who know the Magic the Gathering lore, the Phyrexians are a bunch of artificial mech creatures, and it looks like they copied that here. They have a bunch of mech creatures as well. And yeah, that's very interesting. That's black, I guess. They have a lot of abominations and mechs, just like in Magic. Okay, and the next one, what I consider equivalent to artifact creatures, because one can use these creatures, pale creatures. Yeah, these are very interesting creatures because you have to do something, like you had to play some ability to actually make them appear, otherwise they're just invisible. And they can make themselves dissipate, I guess. Well, Magic used to have this keyword called phasing, and I guess this is similar to phasing in a way. I'm glad they removed that from Magic, though. That was a very confusing ability. But anyways, this is from 2004, and in 2004, I guess phasing was still a thing. Okay. And this is some other creatures here. But yeah, I'll show you the enchantments. We have different spells as well. Enchantments, just like in Magic, you have enchantments for each class. Green has the, as you would expect, enchantments that increase the power and toughness of creatures, and basically stuff to do with creatures. That's what you expect from green. Red has stuff that does direct damage, and also increases usually creature power, and gives you extra mana, I guess. That's what red is known for. And then go to blue. Blue also has a lot of creature abilities as well, but mostly has to do with a lot of creatures with flying abilities. That's what blue's dealt with. And then black has a lot of their enchantments as well as dealing with creatures. So anyways, that's enchantments. And these are the artifact enchantments that are basically colorless, and every class can use these. And then you have these artifacts. Okay, and lastly we have sorceries, which are basically spells. As you would expect, red has a lot of direct damage, or gaining ether, and green has also a lot of gaining ether, which is basically mana. Ether is like mana in this game. And healing, which green also has, same magic as well. Blue has stuff like discard, and if you guys know Magic, blue is well known for having a wide variety of different spells, like counter spells and trickery spells, returning stuff to their hand, and that's the case in this game as well. It has a wide variety of spells here. Black usually has stuff drawing cards, destroying creatures, very similar to black spells and magic. And artifact spells, which are basically colorless spells, which we don't really have in magic, but we have it here. And okay, that's about it. And then we have some artifacts here. Some artifacts here as well. So yeah, let's just play a game of multiplayer. And I'm going to do hot seat because I don't have a LAN connection or internet connection, because no one really plays this game right now, since it's from 2004 and it's not really a well-known game, so not many people play it. But I'll just show you how this game works. So you can create a deck. You can create a deck in this game just like in Magic the Gathering, and yeah, you can just choose from all the spells that I talked about. You have all the spells, and you choose between the red class, the green class, the blue class, the black class, and these four classes basically is what they have. And we already went over all these spells and enchantments and creatures anyway, so you know what it's about. So whenever you make a deck, you have a total of 16 active spells and 16 reserve spells, and you have a certain resource level you can play at, up to 3, and you can increase your level of your hero, and the higher the level you have, the more resources it will take up. So yeah, so if you want your hero to be a high level, have more health and stuff, then it's going to take up some of your resources. And I think the resource level you play at is like how advanced a game you want, I think. So if you want like resource level 1, that's basically a basic game. You want basic creatures. Resource level 2, it's going to be more advanced creatures. And level 3 is going to be like the expert level of creatures, spells, hero level, etc. And then you can choose a specialization. A lot of these specialization is going to depend on your hero. You can see exactly what these are each time, but it really depends on your hero, which is basically your class. See, all these are different per class, and they're very specific to the type of creatures and spells that this class has. Okay, and available skills. You have some available skills here, and some artifacts as well, which all of these will take up resources. So I'll show you the deck that I made, actually. So I'm going to do resource level 3. Actually number 1 round. You can choose your arena here, but I'm just going to choose random. Okay, so here's a deck that I made. I made a deck called Snakes. Okay, I did this deck. Okay, so I made this deck, and it's based on snakes. And each time a snake deals damage to an enemy hero, the power toughness increased by 1, and basically they just have effects. So anything that receives damage, then it deals 1 damage to that hero at the end of a turn. Then they get poisoned, basically, and this is another poison enchantment that enchants someone and then poisons them. And then for my specialization, I obviously chose a snake specialization. So whenever a snake bites an enemy hero, there's a chance they'll be poisoned and it'll take damage every subsequent turn. Has some active skills here: regeneration every 3rd turn, regenerates 1 point of health, cast spell up to 2 times, better chance for the specialization to work, life increased by 10%, and 1 additional spell every 4th turn. And I didn't choose any artifacts because they would take up too much resources. So I don't really use much artifacts anyway. basically they're just reusable. They're just enchantments with some activated abilities, and I don't really use it too much. So yeah, this is a hero that I made. It's a green deck, so I made this deck, and we're gonna use this deck in battle. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that, and then player 2. Let's see, it's gonna be a level 3 deck for sure. It's gonna be like kobolds, razors, snakes, ogres, hoppers, mantises. Okay, let's choose. Well, since I guess I'm playing here, let's just choose razors. Okay, so this is basically what it's like. It's basically a card game, except actually let me hide this here. Okay, auto hide this. Let's hide this. Okay, so it doesn't get in the way. Okay. Alright. So if any of you guys know Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds, Wizards of the Coast released that game back in 2009, and it was basically like this, except it wasn't as good. I think they didn't implement it as well. I think Etherlords implemented this 3D card strategy type of game better, because you can actually see your heroes physically, and you can just use your spells. You can see your spells in your hand, like here. You can see exactly how much life your hero has, your ether pool, your ether channels, which is basically how much mana you generate every turn. This is how much mana you generate every turn. This is your current mana, and you can see your graveyard, right? Enchantments, your hand, your artifacts, and I think Wizards of the Coast should have made it like this. They should have made a Magic the Gathering game like this. But instead, they chose to go with Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds, which was basically a very poor version, wasn't well implemented, and then they got rid of that, and now they're just doing Duels of the Planeswalkers, which is just a kiddie version of Magic Online, in my opinion. Okay, so to end your phase, you just press that. So simple. Okay, so I'm gonna cast a snake. Yep, so you just press the card to cast it. And I've got 2 mana, so I got 1 mana left. I got 1 mana left. You can see I've used up my mana pool here. And that's it. They have Summoning Sickness, which is basically the same thing they have in Hearthstone and Magic, they have here as well. Alright. So the thing is, we're actually playing Hot Seat, which is basically, well, me and my brother played this back in the day, but basically you and another player would basically take turns on the same seat. And this was the days of split screen, so back then when people actually, played on the same computer and used split screen and stuff. This one's a Hot Seat back then, and people actually had stuff like LAN games. We don't even have LAN games anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna summon this 7/4 creature. This is a pretty strong creature. Okay, so I had to sacrifice a creature to make them attack, basically. So this is another example of a creature that, so black is known for creatures that have some effects that you had to do, like pay life or sacrifice creatures to, in return to having a big creature for the cost, which is this thing costs 4 mana, 4 ether, sorry, for 7/4. So it's pretty big. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna poison him. Alright. And attack. It's easy, it's just attacking with that. And let's see. Okay, so this is a block phase. Just like in Magic, we have a block phase. I'm gonna block this guy, so I'm gonna kill it. Okay, so just like in Magic, you have a block phase and your creature regenerates the health. Unlike Hearthstone, your creature does not regenerate the health, you know, if you take damage, but in Magic and Etherlords, your creature regenerates the health after they block, and they don't die, and yeah. Okay, pay 1 to get up target creature. I'm gonna play this enchantment. Okay, so I should show my enchantments here. And I can attack with this thing. Yeah, you guys have to see this again because we're playing hot seat. So unfortunately, everything plays twice. It's for the other player. Alright, so this guy can't block because he already attacked. This is a feature in Magic known as tapping. So when your creature is tapped, this doesn't happen in Hearthstone, but it happens in Magic. When your creature attacks, it's basically used up. It's tapped, and I can't block it anymore, so I have to take the damage. Alright. And he gets poisoned, of course. Okay, I'm gonna poison him again. And keep attacking with this guy. He already attacked, so he can't block. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have to take it. Alright. Get another big guy. 9/6. Pretty big. Alright. Attack with this guy again. Yeah, 7 damage, and he has a blocker as well. Well, actually I'll take it. Actually, I want to go through. I do have to summon some of this. And I will save these guys to block. Yeah. I'm gonna remove one of the poisons that I have. I'm gonna move this one. And this can we cast in block face? Nice. Okay, attack. So 9/6, I definitely have to block that. I'm the one to take 9 damage. So just like in Magic, you can block multiple creatures with one creature. I mean, you can block one creature with multiple creatures, just like in Magic, and combine their damage. And 9 damage is a lot, yeah. Don't want to by taking 7 from that. Yeah. me to summon more creatures. More snakes. Summon all my snakes. Okay, so his creature is still up, which means that he can still block. So I'm not gonna attack. See what I have now. Another 9/6, awesome. And drain 5 points of ether. And attack. 7/4. And I will definitely have to kill this one. Only at 27. Yep. Guess I only lose one snake because of it, since I attack first when I'm blocking. 9/6 now. Attack with him. Attack with everyone. Okay, I'm gonna block the strongest one, obviously. Yep. Take a look at it. Yep, it's every time I deal damage, get venom. So that's why I have the stuff coming out from under the ground and hurting him because of the venom, the poison. Okay. But that's a good thing is I can remove some of that since I have the spell that can remove some of this enchantment. Okay. 2 of it actually. Yeah, I can remove these. Drain Ether. And put on a 7/4. Attack with a 9/6. Okay, I have to block with my 1/1. I'm not taking 9 damage. It's still taking poison damage. That's good. Alright. Just 1 blocker, and I can do 2 more points of poison damage, so I'll go for it. Okay, so I'm gonna block the 2/2, obviously. Strongest one. Alright, so... what else can I do here? I should be able to use this enchantment now. This enchantment. Pay 2 health and 2 life, return target creature from my graveyard to play. That's awesome. So return that little like 9/6 from my graveyard to play. And by the way, the 2 play, that wording is exactly from Magic. It used to say graveyard to play, now it says graveyard to battlefield, but now it used to be graveyard to play. Exactly just like Magic. And I'm going to use this ability, pay 1 health to get up target creature, get that one up. Alright, so you can attack, go, go, go. Okay, I'm gonna block the 9/6. Alright. Well, I can't attack because they have 4 blockers. Oh, so close. Okay, I think one more turn and he's dead. So I just gotta enchant him with this. All I have to do is just block now. All I have to do is just block and just wait one more turn. Alright. And get up all. Oh, I have a lot of venom on me. Nope. I could do that, actually. Just attack everything. So I think I can win this. All I gotta do is just survive this turn and I can win. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, I still win because he's gonna die now from the poison. Yep, there he's dead. Keeps coming up. Alright, now the second player has to see the death as well. The replay. Alright, and that is Etherlords II, And that's basically what this game is about. It's about dueling people using making your own decks, a lot like Magic the Gathering. I think that this is what Magic the Gathering should have been if they made a 3D type of game and they want to make you know, actual 3D type of gameplay, and this is what Magic the Gathering should have, well, Wizards of the Coast should have tried to make, is a game like this. Instead they make the disappointment that was Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds, but we shall never talk about that. Yeah, Etherlords II is a good game. I feel like it's really underrated, not many people know about it, and unfortunately they haven't made a sequel in over 10 years, but yeah, this game is pretty cool. I think Wizards of the Coast should definitely take something from this game, and if they ever want to make a 3D Magic game, not like an actual card game like Magic Online or Duels of Planeswalkers, if they actually want to make a 3D type of game, then I think Etherlords 2 is a good example of pretty simple to play, easy to make decks. Something that could be like easy to learn and easy to play like this. It took me like no time at all to learn how to play this game. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Etherlords 2.